morning guys. So just going to do another quick video before I start work and just give you a bit of an update. Actually today I'm going to make this things to look out for if you are just, learning about hypothalamic amenorrhea and some of the signs that you need to really take note of. The first one I'm going to mention because it's something that I am seeing with my own eyes with people that I am training with at the moment, and that is if you are waking up tired, lethargic, really don't want to train, and seriously got the ump, you are not eating enough. So if you're training and you're doing 1-2 hour sessions a day, even if it's just one a day, and it's just, I don't know, you do a 5-6 mile run every single day, 7 days a week. If you're fueling that run properly, I mean, ideally you'd be having a rest, but if you're fueling that run properly, then you should still be happy. And your body will take longer to get things like injuries if you are fueling yourself properly. I cannot express to you how bloody miserable I was. I would wake up every day was like, I've got to get this done before I could even allow myself to even function properly or even eat something. I'm gonna take you guys with me to the kitchen because I'm cooking the boys' dinner for tonight, and I'm boiling up their mince. I always do that. But do you know when you kind of like, oh yeah, see, just in time, look at that. I mean, that looks rank, but almost overflowed. Right, so I'm just gonna turn that right down. So, okay, sidetrack. Don't know if you know, but when you kind of cook or when you learn to cook from your mum, for some weird reason, my mum always boils the mince before she puts it in the spag bowl. She just always used to do that because she used to think that it boiled out more of the fat. So I don't know, things just stick with you, right? You do things that your parents did. Strange. Anyway, so going back to it. So signs that potentially you're in hypothalamic amenorrhea, or you're on the verge of it. If people are overtraining across, I used to sit, no joke, I used to get up in the morning and I used to get downstairs, and within a few minutes, my, sort of transition time, if you like, is quite immediate. So I would be on the toilet and I would be sitting there having an argument with my own brain of, I really don't want to train today. I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to go for a run today. I was absolutely sodding miserable to the point where I remember turning around to Simon, my husband, and saying, what's the point of life anymore? I don't want to be here. I genuinely don't want to be here anymore. I was wishing for an injury. When I'm running, I'm thinking half of my brain, the devil side, is like, I just, keep going, faster. You're not going fast enough. And then the angel side was like, can I just have an injury? Can something just run me over so that I can sleep for a week and not move? That is a big old slap in the face, like huge sign. I'll go back to that first one. Being absolutely miserable is such a telltale sign. Maybe you haven't got hypothalamic amenorrhea yet, but it's a massive sign that you are underfueling your body for what you're doing. Look, everybody has their off days. If you wake up and you're in bitch mode and it's like, don't breathe, don't talk, don't do anything, we always have the odd day where we're like that, but I'm talking about day in, day out, snappy, grumpy, miserable. And I was that person. I am so lucky that my husband was there for me, loved me to the core, and that I didn't manage to push him away to the point where I lost him for good. And I do feel for those that are right in the midst of this and can't see light at the end of the tunnel and think if you don't do a set amount every single day that you're just going to be feeling like that. I've got to hold my hands up and say I'm training 5-6 days a week at the moment. I have this week decided to not do as many runs. which is good for me. And I did have a little bit of a moment yesterday where I thought, oh my God, can I do that? Can I do that? I'm going to do it regardless. But I wake up and I am happy. I cannot wait to get to that gym, do my compound move, and then put in some fancy isolation bits and pieces. And I'm now starting to realise this week that actually I'm going sort of an hour 15 to an hour and a half, and that's far too long. So today I made sure, like dead on the 15:15, I was done, finished, finito, no more. I felt strong, I felt good. I come home, I felt, I just felt unbelievable. So if you're not feeling that, if you're getting up, you're miserable, you don't want to train, yet you go anyway, then you do train and you feel at the end of that training session that you haven't hit any PBs, that you're not, lifting heavier and progressing in your training, or you can't run as far without feeling absolutely sodded, then you are not eating enough, quite frankly. I don't even feel, for me, that it's much to do with rest. Rest and recovery is incredibly important, 100%. But if somebody is in the mindset where they can't quite do that yet, then please, whatever you do, fuel. Fuel the body. Eat a minimum 2.5, maybe more calories a day, 2,500 that is. I cannot tell you how much happier and how much different I am. Just my whole mindset, even my down days are not lasting long at all. Yesterday afternoon I had a bit of a wobble, and because I'm I wouldn't say hanging out, but because I'm training with somebody that doesn't eat, they're having that conversation with them and trying to convince them that they really do need to be eating a bit more. It does kind of then make you question yourself, like, oh Christ, how many calories did I eat today? Do you know what? I woke up this morning and I counted up yesterday, which I haven't done in a long time. So this situation that I'm in is obviously rubbing off on me in a negative manner, because I woke up and I was like, oh, I need to get to the gym. I ate like 2.8 calories yesterday, maybe more actually, because I forgot that I had a couple of mouthfuls of Simon's pasta. Let's say I had 2,900 calories yesterday, which is a lot, but it's not for what I'm doing. Hell, I got up this morning, I squat more, I lunged more, and I felt bloody good. I was happy. And you know what? I then said to myself, you didn't do the wrong thing yesterday. You ate and you fueled your body, and that's why you felt so good this morning. And lo and behold, I will see better results from that than underfueling myself. Because if you're not fueling yourself properly, you're not going to be able to do a good training session regardless. It is so, so tough. And I know when you're right in the midst of it, it's hard to go, I can't eat any more than what I'm eating. Well, you're going to have to, because otherwise you're going to end up like me. And you're going to end up in a situation where you're going to be screaming, why me? Why did this happen to me? Well, it happened to you because you're not eating enough. You've got to eat more, eat good foods. It doesn't have to be pizza and ice cream, although 20% of your diet should be made up of that crap. I do solely stand by an 80-20 diet is the perfect way forward. But I like whole foods. I like eating what I like. And I eat that consistently 80% of the week, and the other 20 I indulge in things that, I wouldn't consider as a healthier option, and I don't feel guilty about that. And if you let yourself have that little smidge, then you'll find that you won't restrict, and then end up binging on everything in sight, even going down the bin and getting stuff out of it that you wanted but you threw away because you didn't want it, sort of. Not buying stuff in the food shops and things because you're just scared of having it in the house. Try and get that self-control back. I'm not going to deny, I still have my moments now where I'm like, I really want this, but I'm not going to go and get it, because I know that if I get it whilst I'm in that mindset, I'm just going to binge on it. So there is a fine line. You've got to know when you're ready to do something like that. Whereas on Sunday, I said to myself, right, I'm going to get this chocolate bar and I'm going to get my healthy yogurt and I'm going to have a bit of both. And I'm okay with having half a Twix and not the full Twix, because then I want my yogurt as well. And I was okay to do that. And I wouldn't have eaten the second part of that Twix because my mentality towards it was completely different. And I think you yourself know when you're right to do that. You know, there's no point binging on a ton of ice cream and then for the next week punishing yourself by running 10 miles a day, not fueling yourself and feeling like crap. So you've got to do it when you're in the proper mindset. I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. But these are signs. And if you are experiencing moodiness, you're miserable, you're fatigued, you're not progressing in your training, then you are slowly going to go down that road of HA. And once you're in it, it's a very, very hard thing to come back from. I have tried reversing this for such a long time. It doesn't help just gaining a load of weight either. You've really got to go full steam ahead and take that time out. If you're full on training, take a few weeks off and see if you can do it. If you are seriously in the state of mind that you can't cope with it even a week, then you know you've got a problem. I'm going to leave it there today, guys, so I'll speak to you tomorrow.
You and I, we're always on the edge. We fight and make love at the same time. Would you break up just because I told you?